"Kelly, where the hell were you?" snapped Max. "I've been waiting." William Kelly was a bit disheveled. He was on the job long enough to know he didn't want to be rushed, and nothing but an officer needs assistance call was that pressing. He tucked his sweater at the waist and rolled it just above his duty belt. Kelly wanted to comfort her with more than just words. His reaction that night, thinking she may have died, bothered him. The regret of letting her get involved at that level of law enforcement still grieves him, but that wasn't the only reason. Her once brightened eyes, lit with the brilliance of flirtation, were dark. And this, above all else, worried him. He needed to restore the resilience she'd shown as his boot.
I need to calm her down and help her overcome this. Most boots won't recover, but now that I've found you, I can't let you go. Listen, Max, he said. This is probably an informal performance review regarding your conduct from last week's high-incident event, he said. He couldn't resist the urge to push a loose strand of hair behind her ear, and when he did, she closed her eyes and pushed her cheek against his palm. You did good, Max. You fought the guy off, and Major Case is getting closer to him. Plus the dipshits won't bother us again, so there's nothing to worry about.
Within moments, Maxine knocked on the frosted glass door surrounded by composite wood and trim. With permission granted, Kelly opened and held it as she walked into the office. Lieutenant Cheney waved them in as he closed the desk drawer and put his mobile on the blotter. As he lifted the phone handset and waited for the tone, he punched in numbers on the dial pad. As Max stood at attention, keeping the bruises hidden from them, Cheney hung up the phone and sighed.
Officer McMenamin, before we go any further, I wanted to let you know that I've put you in for accommodation. What you did was exemplary. Kelly, you won't face any charges from within. An unexpected person stopped Belagamba from going to IAB.
He handed her a first draft of his submission on behalf of Maxine's bravery and actions.
Plus, I'm sorry this thing was such a shit show. Maybe the Citadel will get the hint that their budget cuts almost got you killed. Kelly was right, and I should have stopped it.
He handed her a first draft of his submission on behalf of Maxine's bravery and actions. His voice was monotonous, giving off an air of strict formality. He seemed to repeat verbatim what the higher-ups had told him. Cheney looked at Maxine, his lips curling into a subtle smile as he squinted. As he looked back at Kelly, his smile faded.
Your unexpected support also suggested putting you in for accommodation, and I agree. Kelly, your reaction saved your boot's life. And between the two of you, we got a visual and an MO on how this lunatic kills. Plus, Major Case has usable intel on the disappearance of his victims.
Kelly and Max shared the same intention of confessing and accepting the consequences for their part in breaching the undercover protocol. However, Cheney's rapid pace of speech left no room for either to interject.
This came for you in the mail. It was delivered 2 hours ago.
He looked at Maxine and slapped a white linen envelope against his palm, squinting his eyes. He picked the receiver back up and put it down, revealing his hesitation about what to do. Maxine wondered if it should go to Major Case detectives, since it might shed light on the near-fatal attack on her 10 days earlier. He looked at Kelly, who flexed his jaw and ground his teeth. Kelly wrung his hands and snapped his fingers. When he realized he displayed outward anxiety, he put his hands on his duty belt's half-moon-shaped buckle.
Maybe she should glove up, Lo. That letter's burning a hole in your hand.